drawn this out in pencil, and I'm going to use the side of the stick to actually get some of this texture. So I'm actually, because the light is coming from the top down and there's more shading, I'm going to start from the bottom up and just graze across, because if you see here, by doing that you get the sort of texture. Yeah, so we're going to put that around wherever you can see a little bit of shadow. And can you see I'm just going over that horn? You can't actually get really detailed with this because you're going that way, so don't worry about that, because what you can do is that you can either take it out with your finger like that, or you'll be going around it with dark, sort of a dark area, dark charcoal as well here. And also you can get different textures if you apply more pressure. So I have added quite a light, I should have said before, added quite a light pressure on the first round, but now I'm going to be a little bit heavier here. This actually will help you become a little bit more freer. Some of you who like your detail, not naming any names, will actually maybe find this a little bit frustrating. Don't, because actually it'll loosen you up. So can you see that? It's kind of becoming together nicely. I'm really loath to go onto this. I might go into this with sort of more a pencil, a sharper pencil here. It's almost like a little teddy bear here, don't laugh. And as I said before, you can either smudge, or if you just want to soften that edge but not to take it out completely, you can actually tap. So you can tap that, and there's one ear. There's a funny line across here, isn't there? Again, tap. I'm not going to do too much to the eye at the moment, but I think it's important to put something in. You can actually, I might actually go to the, I'm taking a pencil. I think it's important just to put the eye in. I know that there's too much light on it, but quite frankly, it'll just give you some sort of focus here. And you can clean up these lines. And start working on these edges. Now, what I would say to you is, you've got the texture with this charcoal stick, and you've left certain areas for the light. When you're smudging, don't take out all the texture. There's you will have there'll be a real tendency, and I know some people just get really carried away, because it's really nice to do, to smudge everywhere, but don't, and be selective. So you want bits here, and say here, this crease here could be softened, but I'm leaving that here, and I just would leave as much as possible. Don't forget that we can actually go over this with a rubber, as in take out with a rubber as well. So really you're molding. I mean, this is an amazing creature. We want to do him proud. There's a nose there that's being lost into the distance. So you can take that there. Get too carried away, Zoe. And actually, I think it's quite nice having that softness around as well. But you can just add some edges. We'll see how that goes. I'm still in two minds whether to put darkness behind or just leave him like that. So I'm going to have a little look around. What you want you to do is stand back from your drawing. Go and take it and look it in the mirror, because that'll actually, because it gives you a reflective look, you see it from the opposite way. It actually can throw up some things that you didn't see yourself when looking at it straight on. I know it sounds strange, but try it. So I've started to add some deeper shadow. You can see here there's not much change apart from I did try and experiment with the darkness around. What was really interesting was to give it some movement. I just basically highlighted little edges to bring those out and then really soften them. Now you can do it solid black like the picture, or you can do it sort of in little areas, which I have done, which actually I quite liked. So this here, so you're in the final, shouldn't take you too long actually. So you want that line is harder, and you can see that line is softer there. You can also smudge as opposed to smudge. And start to put in little areas that you need, like the outside of the ear. That central bit is quite dark. And I think that's really it, apart from, I don't know about this horn, that. It's very difficult to, what you've got to decide again, it's what is tone, like shadow, but then you're looking at these horns and actually I don't think that's shadow as such. So anyway, take your charcoal pencil. This is probably where you're going to get the most muckiest. You've got, oh, are you still in shot? Yes, you are. So you can start putting this in. This might take, actually the lines might take me a bit more than the shading. Oh, where's his nostril gone? I've lost his nostril. Where'd that go? So you've got that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm looking up for, you've got the point here. So, oh, it's here. I was going to go over like that. And his mouth. You can always soften this as well if the lines are too hard, or if you want to actually use a medium charcoal pencil. I'm using a dark one. And you can use different brushes as well. There's not too much around here, so I'm going to leave that. The problem is now I want to go into his eye, and this is going to be really mucky. So he's got quite a strong ring around here. little lines here. You don't have to do all of them, so I really want you to be selective. Really need to get that feeling. Use less pressure if you want. I think he's got eyelashes. He's very pretty. Very handsome Rhino. There you go. So I filled his eye in. So the eye it's obviously is a ball inside the head. So that is never flat. It comes out, and that's why the light is coming on the, can you see that on the socket here? Over that. And I mean, you can squiggle as well. And I think actually I almost leave it like that, honestly. I really wouldn't do too much. You don't, you know, but you can put a few little lines here. And when I say leave it like that, I mean leave it around the face. Keep standing back from it. You can do little squiggly lines. Where's this one? There's more of a shadow here, isn't there? And more here. So you're adding texture all the time. You could actually put little short, tiny little lines like that to add to the lines that you've already put on, which I think actually is working quite well. I'm going to leave his legs like that. There, like that. Now, do I want... The horn is so iconic, isn't it? Do I surround it to really bring it out? Well, you can see the difference in the different stages, and if you prefer it less, or actually it does look better with a horn coming out, do you think? Because that is part of the Rhino. You don't have to fill around all of it. I've hardly used a rubber in this actually at the moment. Oh, that's not very nice. What's that? Like that. It should have one of those, I wish I'd found a photograph. You know what would have been really cool is that, is it rhinos or elephants? And you see them walking along and they've got little birds on their back. That would have been really cool. Oh, sorry, I've been told it's a hippo. Oh well, it would have been nice. But anyway, so...
Hippos don't have horns.
Yes, I know. Right, hold on. Okay. So, I think... Oh, I didn't like that. Okay. Sorry. Just noticed that this is just a line, so I'm just going to bring this out. I've probably actually filled it in too much now, which is annoying, but anyway. Okay, I do like the more varied background for this. I think that gives him a little bit more movement. What you've done is you've got really lovely texture throughout. You've got, you're practicing the different ways of holding charcoal. And you've got using the side of the charcoal, the tip of the charcoal pencil, areas, getting the light coming over. So you've got the light to the dark, and then you've got selected, when I say selected texture, so you've got things like the lines of the texture, and then I did little scratchy lines here, but this area is just using the side of this. and this is a charcoal pencil, and this the charcoal pencil but in sort of cross hatching kind of way.